Video number 2. In customization, you could lie down on the floor. It might be easier for you for a few minutes here while I talk to you. Easttop T1248 customization. I'm going to take the covers off and take the reed plates off. And you might say, well, why are you doing that? You know, because some of you don't know how to do that. That's why. So, you know, if you want to just kind of work on the comb, go on to video 3. But you might learn something. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do when you start taking a harp apart, do it on a piece of wood. And these are kind of nice because they have a lip around here where parts will fall in. And you want to put your parts in a dish or something else without flopping around. Now this is important. Look at that hole, those screws on those covers. That's a little teeny screw. And you go to use this screwdriver, it's too big. You want to use the little screwdriver for the little screws. Otherwise you're going to bugger them up. So I'm just going to take this here, put it in, and it's a little teeny screwdriver, so it really grips it well. And I come here and dump them right in the dish, okay? And come over and I do the same thing on this side. Sometimes you have to use screwdrivers on both sides. And then I just drop the covers off like that. So that takes care of the covers. And I'll put them right in there. And here we are ready to tear this sucker apart. Okay, now the only issue here is you want to use the right size screwdriver on those. These are bigger, so I can use a standard German screwdriver. So it doesn't, when you're taking apart, you know, you do want to note that on an Easttop it has 3 smaller screws in the front and the other ones are all bigger. You want to be aware of that. And it looks to me like these smaller ones, they will also fit this screwdriver. So I'm going to take the small ones out in the front first. And you can see I hold it like that and then turn it. And this has a turnable head up here. So that's how you can do this easily. And I'm going to put my little parts dish here so that as I unscrew these and I let them just drop out, see, I just turn it to get rid of them. I don't dig them out with my fingers, you know. And you want to be careful. It's not a bad idea to touch the screwdriver with your fingertip and guide it onto the head of the screw. That way, it doesn't flip and dance around and smack into these reeds or damage the wind savers. I'm kind of surprised in a lot of ways at the fine quality of Easttop. Now, one thing I'm going to do here just to make life easy for me, and this is something you'll want to do, I'll go ahead and mark these on the outside so I know exactly. I just put a 1 on this side and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put a 2. And that when I go to put it together now, I'll know real quickly which goes where. I can figure it out, but this is just much faster. I am surprised at the quality of the Easttops. They do sand the combs. It's just not perfectly sanded, but some of the other manufacturers that cost more, and I don't use names, of course, they don't sand at all. And so they're even more leaky. So I'm just taking these out one by one. And you'll see that in each case I stabilize the head of the screwdriver with my middle finger of my left hand. I'm holding the unit together. You know that the minute I get done with this, that spring's going to let loose over here. So I'm going to have to be aware of that. And you might want to wear eye protection or not, depending on how familiar you are with this game. As soon as this comes off, it could snap out and they can jump. So, and they could hit your eye, you know, they could. So just to be safe, why don't I see if I hold it sideways, I don't think, or if I hold it like this, I don't think it can get to me. So I've only got 3 screws left to go. Here's 1, 2. This harp hasn't been played very much, but I can see that one of the wind savers did come damaged from factory. It's got a curled up edge. It's this one right here. It probably doesn't affect its play too much. It's just lifted up. I don't think I'm going to do anything about that really. Okay, I'm just taking out now my final screw, and you can see that I've just lost my... Now I'm going to come down here, and you can see that this slide spring could pop out. I just took it out with my finger. We now have a totally stripped comb. There's nothing more in here. These surfaces look fine. You'll note that these mouthpiece screw receivers are replaceable. That's always nice to see. And so this comb is ready to be worked on. All my parts are here. I'm pretty happy with what's going on. And had a little part gotten into here because it's got a cut in the wood board. I always like to work on a natural fiber like wood when I'm working. Interesting how they shape the inside of that comb, isn't it? Look, it's kind of a smooth type thing. And this has been carefully shaped too. These guys have been careful about the design of this comb. This is not an amateur effort. It's very well thought through, this ABS comb. We're going to be sanding that top in video number 3. Ta-ta!